Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm Haley, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup routine that I've been doing for a month or two now. This was super requested, so I thought I would do it for you guys today. So before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel before you leave today. I post a ton of fashion, lifestyle, and beauty content, so you don't want to miss out on any of that. And let's go ahead and get into the video. So the first thing that I do in my everyday routine is I take this MAC Fix Plus Magic Radiance and I just give my face like a little spray. It just helps like with the dewiness, and I'm like really dry right now, so kind of helps with that. And then for primer, this isn't technically a primer, I use it as one. It's the MAC Strobe Cream. This is the pink light, and if you are super oily, you're gonna hate this because it's gonna make your skin like kind of shiny in a way, but like I said, I like to be dewy and I'm super dry, but see what I mean? It's like super shiny, like almost like a highlighter, because you can use this as a highlighter, but I like to use it so I can glow all over. All right, and for foundation, I brought this back. I used to use this like every single day and I love it so much. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, and I'm just gonna put some of this directly on my face. So about that much, kind of a lot, but this stuff's really thin. So if you use less, it'll be more medium coverage, but I'm gonna have it be a little fuller. And it's just so pretty, I love it. And it melts right in. Just looks so nice, dewy. This is my favorite foundation for spring and summer just because it's so lightweight. I love it. And there, if you are more oily, there is a matte version of that foundation. And I am shade 205. All right, next up, concealer. I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Fair Warm. So like the lightest one, I'm pretty sure, which honestly isn't that light. When you like see it, like it's light, but I feel like they need to have lighter ones. I don't know. Anyways, I love this coverage, and this concealer is like $5. It's so cheap. In my opinion, it's like very comparable to the Tarte Shape Tape, and that is like so thick and like honestly hard to blend sometimes. So I honestly like this one better. All right, and then I just have like a beauty blender. Just gonna blend this out. I only use the beauty blender up like towards my eye, like really close to it, and then down here I use a brush just because I feel like it blends a little bit better, like into the foundation, and like the colors blend a little more. So just like around my eye I use this because it's kind of hard to not get brush lines up this far. And then the rest I will just tap with my foundation brush, and I just think it like gives a nice gradients. Now I'm gonna lightly set my face, and I have been using a new setting powder, and it is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Medium. I wish I had Light Plus, which is one shade lighter, so I did order that, but for now this is pretty good. I think I will use this when I'm more tan in the summer, but it's fine for right now. It just doesn't give like a lot of a highlight, see what I mean? But it still does the job, and I love how it looks. It just kind of blurs. And it's not so matte. There's like a little bit of like a satiny finish going on. So I've really been liking this powder, and it's very like lightweight, so it doesn't feel too heavy on the eyes, and it doesn't really dry them out. And I'm just setting my under eye, my chin, and right in between my eyebrows. That's all I'm setting. And then just on my nose, because that's where it breaks up the most, because I still want to keep some dewiness. I don't know how I used to like set my whole face. I don't know what I was doing, since I'm like the driest person alive. All right, next up is bronzer. I'm kind of using a lot of MAC stuff, but it's just like what I've been liking lately, and it's mostly just because of these two powders, so it is what it is. Anyways, this is the Give Me Sun bronzer. I've seen a lot of people using this lately, and it's so funny because it was so popular like years ago. So it's nice to see it making a comeback, and I'm just gonna bronze up my whole face. You guys know the drill. This routine isn't super different from my other everyday makeup routines that I've uploaded in the past, just like updating some products and like a couple techniques. So just nice to give a refresher, I feel like, with like the seasons. I don't think I've done one since like October, so I thought it was time to do one for spring. And by the way, this bronzer is the exact same powder as this, just in a darker shade, so they blend together so nicely. And that's why I don't have to set the rest of my face, is because the bronzer is technically like a face powder, so it's setting it for me. So I'm not having like an overload of products. It's just like the necessary products, but like the job is still getting done. So, fun fact. How cute is this tank top, guys? I got this at Target last night. I cropped it myself. You can't really see, but I love it. It was only $8. I'll link it. All right, so that's good for bronzer. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeshadow because I do just use this. So I'm just gonna take this, and I'm being super messy and just putting this like everywhere. Not only my crease, but like focusing it on the outside and then just like dragging it all around, because I want it everywhere. And then I'm just gonna repeat it on the lower lash line. And then I'm just taking this and rubbing it along my bottom lip to make it look a little bigger. And then I'm just like taking this and just running it along my nose for some extra definition, and then I'll just like blend it. Now we're going to add some blush, and I'm just gonna use like a pretty corally shiny blush. I'll link one that's like the exact same as this. Probably just gonna mix it with a little bit of that. So pretty. I love blush. Put it on my nose, and then also just take the leftover and run it on my eyes. And then add some to the center top of the forehead, just to make it look like I have a little bit of a sunburn, sun kiss moment happening. And I just put it like all over my nose. I'm gonna go back into our powder, the lighter one, and take our just dry beauty sponge. If it's wet, it's fine too. Either way, and I'm just going to add some brightness back in under here. I'm telling you, this stuff you can add seriously layers and layers and it just gets prettier. It has like a little bit of a blurring effect to it. Oh, it looks so good. And you could even like cut the cheek a little bit. And I always clean up the center of the forehead right here too, just for some brightness. And then I'll just take my brush and wipe any away. All right, now I'm gonna fill in slash set my brows with this brow gel. I want the Milk makeup one. This one's not as good, so just pretend it's the Milk makeup one. I'll link that one for you. This one's the MAC one, but it's fine, it does the job. I just love the Milk makeup one, so get that one if you're gonna get one. And I'm just gonna be combing them up, and this does have tint to it, so it's kind of filling and setting at the same time. And I like that really fluffy, crazy brow look, so I'm just combing them straight up like this, and that's how I like them. Okay, they're sisters, not twins. They might even be cousins at this point, but that's as good as they're getting. All right, now I'm gonna finish off the eyes with a little bit of liner, and I'm gonna be using the Dose of Colors Baked Browns palette in the darkest brown on a flat, straight brush. And I'm just gonna be lining my eyes, kind of like messy. And then I'm gonna take the brush right here and just slightly flick and connect, just to create like a subtle smoky wing. And then I'll drag it down, and that's it. Okay, now this is weird, but I'm gonna take this with the brown shadow on it, and I'm going to just touch it on the top of my lip right there. like that and rub it. And I'm actually like lining my lips with this. Okay, now hear me out. I'm just gonna take a plumping gloss and put it over top and let it sit. Okay. Okay, now I'm moving back onto the eyes. All right, let's go ahead and highlight our inner corner and brow bone. This is Becca Opal. Yeah. And just like a tiny pencil brush, I'm just gonna highlight. And then I'm gonna do my nose. And this right here is my favorite. And that's it for highlight. All right, I'm gonna add some mascara and I'll be right back. All right, we're almost done. One more step before we finish off with lips. I'm gonna go ahead and take that Fix Plus Magic Radiance again, give myself one more spritz. And then I'm gonna take the end of my beauty blender and just pat everything in. And it's just gonna lock my makeup in, and it's also going to give me some extra dewiness, because you know by now that we're all about that. And it just melts everything together and it looks so nice and natural. And that's like the key in my opinion. And I just think that took it to a whole other place. Okay, let's finish off with lips. All right, so I'm gonna be lining my lips with MAC Subculture. It's just like a nice natural lip liner. Also, I'm leaving the gloss on and you can see that the shadow kind of faded and it looks more natural, like a lip contour now. So I'm just gonna finish off with this liner. And because of the gloss, it goes on so smooth now and it looks really natural. So good. And then lastly, we're gonna finish off with this new product. This is a new brand carried at Sephora. It's called Merit Beauty, and this is their tinted lip oil in the shade Pink Beet, and this has been my go-to every day. It goes on like a gloss, but it dries down to like almost like a hydrated lip finish, but it doesn't transfer. It's so cool. So I'm gonna finish off with this, and it's such a pretty color. It's like a Your Lips But Better type of thing. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this little makeup tutorial. It's just super glowy and natural looking, really pretty for spring. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, everything will be linked down below for you if you want to try out any of the products. And that's it. So I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.